Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be completing World 3 of Super Mario 3D World. I thought it would be a snowy world, but surprisingly there was only one level containing snow. Snowball Park had great music and it put me in a Christmassy mood, which was great because it's currently 35 degrees Celsius outside and for some reason I have a fever. The first star was pretty easy to spot and I really liked the big skate. They're fun to ride. I did miss the second star on my first run, so I had to come back. It wasn't hard to find or anything, it's just that I was running out of time and the rabbit was not cooperating. The third star took a little bit more effort getting. It would have been much easier if I would have held on to the Tanuki suit, but since I was playing Peach, I managed to get it anyways. So after picking up the free stamp from the fairy house, I went back into level 1 and got the star that I missed. Next up, we had Shifty Boo's mansion. For this one, I found the stamp right away by standing on this couch, but I had a hard time finding star number 1. I knew it had to be somewhere in the first room, but after a few seconds, I gave up and continued on my way. The second star was hidden inside the bookshelf, so the first star definitely had to be in the first room. I went to check again, but no luck. After continuing, I found a hidden 1-up and a lot of fake objects that were Boos in disguise. I was trying to take my time to make sure I at least find star number 3 before the end, which is good because this level is really generous with time. I didn't feel too rushed. The third star was disguised as a pipe. I made it to the flagpole, which ended up being some shifting Boos. And after finding the real pole, it was time to go back and try to find star number 1. It was actually behind the Boo painting in the first room and was on a timer. I barely got it in time. I actually got it after the time ran out, so thank you, Nintendo. After the haunted house, we got to the lock level that needed 30 stars to open. This level auto-scrolls, which I hate. There's already a timer that makes me feel rushed. I don't need a screen to push me as well. The cat suit was really handy in this level. These fences are easier to cross if you have the ability to climb over them. But even though I had a cat suit, I did get stuck on this fence and I also missed the second star. So far I've missed 1 star per level, which is annoying because that means I have to do it at least twice. I find that they're starting to put them a little bit more out of the way. I eventually found it, but sadly I fell again. So it's a good thing that you don't have to get it again once you grabbed it, even if you die. So the rest of the level was okay, but I needed a cat suit to grab the top of this pole, so sadly I'm gonna have to do this one again at some point, but not for now. I'm instead going to head to Pretty Plaza Panic. This level starts you off with 100 seconds remaining on the clock, so there's not much time to explore. I ran after the rabbit to get the star, and to my surprise this was star number 2, so I have no idea where the first one is. There was a button with the Peach logo on it, so it's a good thing that I did this world with Peach. I don't have to do it again because of that. Pressing it gave us the stamp. The last star was in this cloud, and it also gave us a little bit more time. It wasn't enough time to walk around the level and find the first star, but it gave us plenty of time to stock up on some lives. As you can see here, there's some mini Luigis in the confetti. They were really subtle, but now that I've seen one, I see them everywhere. I've continued my streak of having to enter the level twice for a missing star. This one was at the very start on some clouds. And that brings us to the Magicopa level. It was pretty easy, mostly because I had a fire flower in reserve. Not much to say about this one. The Cat and Toad level made me use my brain. I didn't run out of time, but the ending had me thinking a little bit. I'm not sure if this was the exact way to do it, but I left with all 5 stars. That's at least one level I didn't have to go in twice. Actually, I'm looking at it now and it was obvious where I had to go. I don't know why I thought I had to go back in that pipe and jump on the side, but hey, it worked. For World 3-5, Pipeline Lagoon, I was getting really tired of having to do the level twice. I tried to stay concentrated and not miss any secret. The game gives, for the most part, enough time to go around without having to rush. I was glad I took my time because most of the stars were pretty well hidden, and one of them needed a cannon to blast the wall. Luckily for me, I found it right away, so finally a level that didn't have to require coming back in. I almost missed the third star, but I found it. So if I managed to do this one try, I can't say the same for the next one. World 3-4, Mount Mustache, took me many tries. I ended my first run with only 1 star and no stamp. I knew where the others were, it was just a case of being skilled enough to get them. The second star required to be able to catch the rabbit in 10 seconds, and the third one required me to jump and float. And these are 2 things I have to admit I'm not great at. I ended up getting the rabbit one pretty easily with the flower, and the stamp was a piece of cake once I knew where it was. But after many attempts, I decided to just go get a cat suit and climb up the wall that I couldn't glide. And with that, Mount Mustache was finally over. Once you finish this level, to the left there's actually a hidden pipe, and if you go inside, there is a secret mushroom and a hidden Luigi, but he's almost impossible to see. World 3-7, Switchboard Falls. More like Switchboard Fails, am I right? No, honestly, it wasn't that bad. It's just that at this point, I was getting pretty tired and I would just space out and lose focus. While using the binoculars, I wasn't able to see a single star, so I was a bit worried about that. So I was pretty happy when I did find a star, and it was the first. I didn't miss anything. I don't try to use these red coins anymore because every time I do, it's always a flower, and I'm pretty content with my cat suit for this one. As soon as I saw this little hole near the switchboard, I knew that there was a star under there, mostly because of Bowser's Fury. I wasn't sure which switchboard led to the ending, but I'm glad that I picked the one that had the last star on it. I used my last bell at the ending because I really wanted to make sure to be able to grab the pole and go all the way up. I'm really not in the mood of doing this level again just because I missed the pole. World Boss was pretty straightforward, mainly because it's an auto-scroller. I found the first 2 stars pretty easily. They're back to back, one at the beginning of the train and the second one on top of some Goombas. For the third star, you actually have to use this pipe, which breaks if you get close to it with the Mega Mushroom. Our stamp is hidden behind the Fire Brother, and we only need to beat the boss to be finished with this world. I've always wondered if you can open this, maybe with a Tanuki suit. So there you have it, World 3 completed. And what better way to finish it by missing the pole, even if I had a cat suit. I'm not sure how that happened, but I dove and I couldn't grab the end of the pole. So we're gonna finish this world like we started it by redoing the level all over again. And this is what concludes my World 3 playthrough. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.